Hey guys, welcome to StudyIQ. My name is Prashant Dhawan and this is part 2 of our map practice series. A lot of questions are waiting for you, so let's start. Now before we begin, I would like to tell all of our new viewers about StudyIQ's pen drive and tablet courses. These courses give you the luxury of studying at home. You can prepare for any exam and you do not have to go outside and waste hours traveling. You can just study at home with our pen drive and tablet courses. Prepare for any exam like SSC, RBI, Grade B, bank exam, UPSC optional courses are available as well. So visit this website today, studyiq.com, or you can call these numbers that you see on the screen. Now before beginning, I would like to advise all of you to attempt all the questions. Don't just watch the video, pause the video, attempt the question, then play it, then you can watch the solution and it will be better for all of you. So this is our first question. Which of the following European countries are categorized as low countries of the world? Here are your options: Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg. So which of these countries are called low countries? Now before we discuss the concept of low countries, let's go to the map. Alright, so this is our country India. We have to go to Europe. This is Europe. Focus on Western Europe. You will see these two huge countries, Germany and France. And between these two countries, you will also see these three countries, Netherlands, Belgium and this little country, Luxembourg. Now these three countries, all of these countries are known as low countries. Why is it so? Because a lot of the coastal land here is very much submerged and overall the land in this part of Europe is relatively lower compared to the rest of Europe. So these countries are called low countries because of that. So you need to know two things here. First of all, these two countries, Netherlands and Belgium, they have a coastal line and Luxembourg doesn't. Luxembourg is surrounded by three countries, Belgium, Germany and France. It is a landlocked country. That means it does not have access to Northern Sea. Thus, it cannot access Atlantic Sea either. Regardless of that, it is one of the richest countries in the world in terms of PVP. And you can see that Netherlands and Belgium, these two countries are not landlocked. Let's go back to the question now, shall we? So low countries. Well, low countries are called so because much of their land along with the northern sea coast and for some distance inland is either below sea level or just slightly above it. That is why we call them low countries. But you also need to know that low countries are also called Benelux countries. Now Benelux countries, these countries have actually made a union of their own. It's called the Benelux Country Union, and these countries have very good trade relations. They have their own custom union and they usually have similar foreign policy when they participate in international bodies. So you need to remember this, that low countries are also called Benelux countries. And why Benelux? What is the meaning of Benelux? Because, well, they pretty much took the first two alphabets out of every country's name and they created this acronym. Well, it's not even an acronym, it's just a name. BE stands for Belgium, NE stands for Netherlands, LUX stands for Luxembourg. So we have Benelux countries comprising of Belgium, Netherlands and Luxembourg. Now going back to our question, we can clearly see all these countries are low countries. So our answer is D, all of them. Now I feel quite nice today, so I will give you extra information that might come in handy in some other exam. The capital of Belgium is Brussels. The capital of Netherlands is Amsterdam. The capital of Luxembourg is Luxembourg City. It's quite easy to remember. If you look at all these countries individually, they don't really have a very impressive GDP, nominal GDP. But if you combine their nominal GDP, it exceeds $1 trillion and it is quite impressive. Now this is a very interesting question. You have some islands here and you have to match the country they belong to. Let me read them out. First we have the Balearic Islands, then Sardinia, then Corsica. So we have to match them whether they belong to Italy, France, Spain or whichever country. So first of all, let me just explain through this map. After that, we will explain in the big map. Now, Balearic Island is part of Spain. You can see this is Spain. Alright, just understand this entire region, this is Spain, but this is also Spain. Balearic Islands are basically an archipelago. An archipelago is a chain of islands. Japan is an archipelago. Indonesia is an archipelago. Indonesia is actually the largest archipelago nation in the world. But Balearic Islands themselves aren't a country yet. They are still part of Spain and they are an archipelago. So Sardinia. Now Sardinia is an autonomous region of Italy. You can see this is Italy here, and this part here, this is Sardinia. Now let's go to the larger map to get a better understanding of the topic. So all these islands are in the Mediterranean Sea. So this is the Mediterranean Sea, and if we zoom in a bit, this is Spain, alright. It shares its border with Portugal and France, and here is the Strait of Gibraltar, alright. And over here, this is the Balearic Island chain, alright. The Balearic Islands here. The Balearic Islands are here. Now, one question can be, why do we call them Balearic Islands? Because they are located near the Balearic Sea. So, in the southern side of Spain, you will find the Balearic Sea. This is important. Please make sure you remember this. Okay. Now, near Italy, you will find this island. This island is a part of Italy. Now, Corsica. This part here that I am circling, this is part of France. France actually has a lot of overseas territories around the world, and I literally mean around the world. For example, France also has an island in the Indian Ocean. If you did not know about this, you will probably be quite surprised. So you can see near Madagascar, you will see Mauritius, right? This is Mauritius, and near Mauritius, you will see the Reunion Island that is part of France. So France really does have a lot of territory around the world. So anyway, for the time being, we need to understand this island belongs to France, and this island belongs to Italy, and this island over here, this island chain belongs to Spain. Now let's try to attempt the question now. Alright, so this question doesn't seem all that intimidating now, does it? Let's attempt it. Balearic Islands, as we just discussed, are part of Spain, Sardinia, Italy, and Corsica of France. So our answer is A over here, since all the options match correctly. So answer is A. Now this is a difficult question. Let's see how many of you get it right. You have to consider the following statements and identify the right ones. Let me read them out for you. Lesotho shares its border with South Africa and Zimbabwe. Obviously, we are saying that Lesotho is a country in Africa and it shares its border with South Africa and Zimbabwe. The second statement is the country of Lesotho was earlier called Basutoland. The third statement is Lesotho is not a landlocked country. We will have to go to the map to figure this one out. Alright, so where exactly is Lesotho to begin with? It is right here. You can see this is South Africa, and inside South Africa, surrounded by South Africa, is this little country called Lesotho. So first of all, we can clearly see it has absolutely no boundary with Zimbabwe. So the first statement is incorrect. Now, is Lesotho a landlocked country or not? Of course, it is a landlocked country. It has absolutely no access to the Indian Ocean. It is completely landlocked. So the third statement was incorrect as well. Now that since we have understood the basic concept, let's go back to the question. Alright, so the first statement incorrect. The third statement incorrect. It actually is a landlocked country. Now, is the second statement correct? Was Lesotho earlier called Basutoland? Well, actually it was. It was a colony of Britain for a very long time. It got independence in 1966. Since then, they have started calling themselves Lesotho. And since they call themselves Lesotho now, our option will be B. Only 2 is true. The fourth MCQ is very important because Al Dakam port was very much in the news recently. So let me read out the statements. You guys have to identify the right ones. The first statement is Al Dakam port is in UAE, and India recently got access to dock its naval vessels there. The second statement is Socotra is an archipelago or 4 islands located in the Arabian Sea, and it is a territory of UAE. We will have to go to the map now. Alright, so where exactly is the Dakam port? It isn't a part of UAE apparently. It is in Oman. Over here you can see this is Dakam, and the Dakam port is located here. And recently when our Prime Minister, well, I'm recording this video in February 2018. You might be watching this video after a few months or a few years. So just know that in 2018 February, our Prime Minister visited 3 countries in the Middle East: Oman, UAE and Palestine. When he visited Oman, he signed an MOU with the government of Oman that gave the Indian Navy access to Dakam port, and now our vessels are free to dock here, which is a good thing. It will help India counter China's growing influence in the Indian Ocean region. So coming back to the question, the first statement is absolutely incorrect. Now have a look at the second statement. Socotra, this chain of islands, is it part of UAE? Apparently it isn't, but it isn't a part of Oman either. It is part of Yemen. Alright, it certainly does belong in the Arabian Sea, and it is a chain of islands, but it is a part of Yemen. So both of our statements are incorrect. So our answer here is D. Both the statements are incorrect. Moving on to the next question, which of the following countries of Europe encircle the Black Sea? So the question is asking us, here's the Black Sea, alright. So which of the following countries have a coastal line near the Black Sea? Now let's have a look at the map so that we can understand it. Alright, so here is the Black Sea, right, near the Mediterranean. So you can see a lot of countries have encircled this Black Sea. Turkey has encircled it. Georgia certainly has encircled it. You can see Russia has encircled it. Russia is quite big. So you can see this part here where I'm moving my cursor. This is Russia. So it certainly has encircled the Black Sea. Ukraine has encircled the Black Sea. So has Romania. This is quite important. Romania does indeed have access to the Black Sea. It is not a landlocked country. So has Bulgaria. Now going back to the question, we can clearly see Greece does not have access to the Black Sea and it does not encircle the Black Sea. Alright, so Russia is encircling Black Sea, Romania is, Georgia is, but Greece isn't. So our answer is A, 1, 2, 3. The next question is very important and quite difficult as well. Let me read it out for you. This question appeared in the 2017 UPSC Prelims. The question is asking us, if we travel by road from Kohima to Kottayam, what is the minimum number of states within India through which we can travel, including the origin and the destination? This is the very important part. This is quite important because it will help us to count. So this is the map of India. Now first of all, you need to know where is Kohima and where is Kottayam. If you don't know that, then you are pretty much defeated, right? You can't really attempt this question at all. So this over here, this is Nagaland and this is where Kohima is located, and Kottayam is part of Kerala over here. So we have to go from Northeast India to South India, a very long distance indeed. So now we have to take the shortest route and we have to count the number of states we will have to cross. So we start from Nagaland, this is 1. Then we go in Assam, number 2. Then we have to go in West Bengal, number 3. Then obviously we will go in Orissa, number 4. Then Andhra Pradesh, number 5. Now we have two options. Either we can go through Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. Whichever state we choose, it will be number 6. And finally, number 7, Kerala as well. So if we go back to the question, we can clearly see that it will take us 7 states. We will have to cross 7 states in order to reach Kottayam from Kohima, because the question asked us that we have to include the origin and the destination. The origin was Nagaland, the destination state was Kerala. So here we are on question number 7, quite interesting. You have to read the following statements and identify the correct ones. The first statement is, Sea of Azov is located between Russia and Japan. Okay. The second statement is, the Kerch Strait connects the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. Okay, so definitely we need to have a look at the map. First of all, let's have a look at the sea between Japan and Russia. This is Mother Russia, the largest country on planet Earth, and this is Japan. Okay, so the sea between Russia and Japan is called the Sea of Okhotsk. Let me read out the spelling so that you can note it down. I think the smart ones will probably Google it later on. The spelling is the Sea of Okhotsk, Okhotsk. Now, where is the Sea of Azov then? The Sea of Azov is near the Black Sea. We just discussed the Black Sea. So you will see this is the Sea of Azov. Alright, this part where I am moving my cursor here, you can see it is between Ukraine and Russia. Right, so this is the Sea of Azov. Now, where is the Kerch Strait? This is the Kerch Strait. You can see this is Ukraine, right? This part, and this is the Kerch Strait, and it connects the Sea of Azov with the Black Sea. Now let's go back to the question because certainly we can answer it. Alright, so have a look at the first statement. Is Sea of Azov between Japan and Russia? It certainly isn't. It is incorrect. Does the Kerch Strait connect Black Sea and Sea of Azov? It certainly does. So only 2 is true. Our option is B. So we have reached MCQ number 8. Time flies, doesn't it? So this is the question. Pyrenees Mountains create a boundary between 2 countries in Europe. And those 2 countries are Spain and Portugal, Spain and France, Romania and Ukraine, or Belgium and Germany. Well, let's have a look at the map. This is the map of Europe. You can see this is France and this is Spain. Now, if you remember in the first video, if you already haven't watched the first video, I strongly suggest that you do. Lot of information there. In the first video, we discussed that the Bay of Biscay is between Spain and France. So near the Bay of Biscay, you will find these mountains, Pyrenees Mountains, and these mountains act as a natural border between France and Spain. This is the reason why you don't really see a lot of land battles between France and Spain. Usually whenever these countries have fought a war, it has been a naval war in the Mediterranean Sea or the Bay of Biscay. So this right here is the final MCQ, MCQ number 9. Let me read it out for you. Arrange the following cities on the bank of the river Danube from east to west. First of all, you need to know that Danube is a very important river in Europe. It is the second longest river in Europe after the river Volga, of course. So we need to arrange all these cities that are on the bank of the Danube from east to west. Okay, so this is the map. You can see here the river Danube. This is Europe, and you can see the importance of the river Danube. It provides water to a lot of countries all over Europe. Germany, Netherlands, Austria, Croatia, Hungary, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, and later on it flows into the Black Sea. Alright, so you can see all the cities on the bank of river Danube. On the most eastern side, you will find Bucharest, the capital of Romania. Over here, this is Bucharest. So in our answer, the first city will be Bucharest. Okay, after Bucharest, we can see it is Budapest. We have to go westward, right? So Budapest is the capital of Hungary. It is also near the river Danube. Then if we go to the west a bit more, we will find Vienna, right? The capital of Austria. If we keep on going west, then we will find Amsterdam. Alright. So we can clearly see that Bucharest is the easternmost city. So number 2 will be first. Then comes Budapest, number 3. Then Vienna, number 4. Finally, Amsterdam, number 1. So the correct sequence is option number A. And let me tell you a little bit about the river Danube. It originates in Germany, and the river Danube flows southeast for a lot of kilometers, passing through or touching the border of Austria, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, Moldova, Ukraine, and before it is emptied into the Black Sea. It is, of course, the second longest river in Europe after the river Volga. River Volga flows in Russia. And this is the end of part 2 of our map practice video. I will see you soon with part 3. Till then, keep studying hard and you will reach success one day. God bless you all.